Welcome. We are back with another episode on FlyGirlsTalk, and today I have this beautiful young lady. I've been trying to get her on my show for a while. It's been a long time coming, but we have Leilani Capalot. Welcome. Oh my God. Girl, I know you sing like I've been in your DM since May of 2022. Like, please come to the show. Like, we need you on the show. Like, I'm just so happy you're here.
Me too. And I'm proud of you for everything you've done with your platform this far.
Y'all heard that. Thank you so much. So, I just feel like I was like searching on the internet, like if you had any interviews or like anything was just solely about you, and I couldn't find nothing. So it's
That's
like
a damn shame.
We
can cuss on here.
Girl, go ahead. I couldn't find nothing. I found all your blogs, like all your but I'm talking about somebody like this one-on-one action. So I just feel like it's so much that we have to cover. It's so much that your fans was in my DM just beating down with questions. So we gonna talk about everything. So first, I want to talk about like where are you from in Chicago, and what was it like for you growing up in the city?
I'm from the near north side of Chicago, also known as 1300. Like that's the block that I was raised on. I'm from the near north side.
And like, what was it like for you growing up? Because I know you have brothers, you have a little sister. Like, were you outside? Like, were you like inside? Like, what was it like for you growing up?
I was outside for sure. I was definitely outside. Growing up, it was really fun until it wasn't, until you're conscious of the violence that, plagues our communities and the racial disparities. It's like, it's fun until you're conscious of the world that we live in. But growing up, I was outside. Like, I was really studious. I was really into like books and reading and poetry and arts and sports and stuff like that. So I was like from the hood, from the trenches, but I always knew that I had a bigger future for myself.
Wow. So what high school did you attend?
I went to Lincoln Park.
Lincoln Park. So it's crazy because you said, it was fun until it wasn't. And I'm not gonna lie, like I'm from the south side. So when I hear like up north or from the north
people
side,
think downtown.
I'm thinking,
people think that it's sweet, but it's like we literally are right across the street from one of the worst housing projects in America, like Cabrini Green housing projects. So it's like we grew up on the low income side of the near north side. So it wasn't like we downtown with it. Like, it's the trenches is everywhere, even in good neighborhoods.
I definitely agree. Wow. So I just peeped that you said like you always been into the arts. So when did you start getting into the arts? Like, did you take up something in high school where you was in after school? Like, when did you know like you were into arts and music?
I knew kind of at an early age. My mom, she would always tell stories of me like singing certain songs, or like for holidays, most kids are like write a card for their parents. I would like write songs. So it was something that was already in me that I just started to explore as I got older.
And you are the oldest, correct?
Yes.
So who was into music first? Was it you?
Me. I was into music first. Like my brother, he would do interviews often talking about how like he literally got into music because of me. Because like I would be writing songs or writing music, and he'd come in my room. He'd be like it would be a contest. I'd be like, I just wrote 100 songs this month, and he'd be like, okay, I'm about to write 125. Like, so it was like something that just started out as just something fun to do, and it actually inspired him to make music. So.
Okay, and then what inspired you to make music though? Was it something already in you, or was it something you learned you grew a passion for as you got older, or like?
I always had a love for music, but it was more so I took a likeness of it because it was a way to deal with my emotions. Like, I'm a very suppressive person, so like if I go through something, 9 times out of 10, you won't know until I explode. Like, 'cause it's like I have a hard time dealing with it. So if I could put it in a song, or if I could like write about it, it was emotional release for me. So that's why I did it. Like that's why I initially took up like a passion for music.
So it was like an outlet. Like
it was like an outlet. It was like a little outlet.
Okay, I love that. So, like I said, like all last night I was on YouTube. I went to all your music, and I love Last Strike, but I recently saw you just drop T-Shirt.
Yes, for sure.
So how did T-Shirt even come about? Because when I look at you, I don't get heartbreak. I don't get niggas playing in my face. I don't get any of that. So how did you make T-shirt?
Okay, so I made
It's so funny because that name is insane.
Yeah, no, it's insane. Like, it's really unhinged. Like, when I recorded that song, my brothers, like, I was in the studio with my brothers, they was like, who the hell is she talking about? Like, what are you talking about? But what inspired me to make T-shirt, I think I was on my last relationship, and I was just so mad. Because it's like, when you know your worth as a woman, and you realize that you've been in relationships that weren't necessarily for your greater good, it's for like character development. Like, certain people come around to just teach you how to be a better person, or they are presented as an obstacle in life so you can get to the next phase. I was sick of that shit. Like, don't send me nobody else broken, don't do that, none of that. Next time play, we gotta die. Like, that was my sentiment. So I basically made that song like out of frustration, where I was like, I was tired of dating, I was tired of running into the same goofy ass people. So
Okay, so when I had watched T-shirt, I'm not gonna lie, like, it reminded me of a situation that recently happened with one of our Chicago artists, Anne Marie. So when I watched it, the whole, like, I love how you acted everything out. Like, it reminded me of, you know, like, something like that has happened. And I want to know, like, do you feel like love can make women or even men do things out of character?
I believe so. I don't know about Anne's situation. I briefly read about it, so I don't know, like, the depths of which her situation went, but I do think that love can make you do crazy things. I think that love is definitely, it could be as potent as a drug. So, like, it definitely can cause you to act out of character. So, yeah, it definitely can make you do crazy
Yes, that's
things.
what I got from the video. Like, I love how you did the jail scene. My favorite scene was when you was outside with the pink bandana and the pink light. It was just really like, fuck that nigga.
Yeah,
like,
and it's so crazy because that scene was like, I was at his candlelight vigil.
Yes. Okay,
Getting
so.
sturdy.
Yeah, getting sturdy. What does that mean? Like, that's some New York stuff. Don't be bringing that New York lingo over here now. You've been over there too long.
Come on now. No, you know what getting sturdy is. You know what getting sturdy is, even though you're from the right.
A little something. So, we all know, well, if you don't know, to my audience, she is the sister of POLO G, which is a very known artist that made it out of Chicago. So, congratulations to him. So I wanted to know, how did you, when your brother became real successful, how did you find a way to play a part in his career? Because I know you say you were his road manager. So how was that title assigned to you? Like, how was you like, I'm finna find something to do to like help him?
So I was my brother's road manager before the title was ever given. So when he initially started doing music, I was always supportive, like every single step along the way. So he would have shows and he couldn't drive, and then he was very reserved, so he didn't have like many friends or many people that he like rock with like that. So I was the one securing the rides. I was the one talking to promoters. I was the one making sure he got there safely. If it was anything with the price tag attached to it, with money, I was collecting the back end for him, making sure that he didn't have to worry about that. All he had to do was perform, and then like I come and handle everything strategically for business. And then so he started blowing up in the summertime, and then I went to college. I was in college around the time that his career launched. So I wasn't able to be there. And so in my absence, he noticed that it was a big difference. So he was like, you know, if I was to pay anybody to be there for me, like I would want it to be you. Like, just keep doing what you've been doing, but I'll just like pay you for it. And so I've been there for him in various ways. Like, I went to college, I studied business management with a concentration in entrepreneurship and accounting. So anything business related, I've always been very, very helpful with that. So advice, business, like putting songs together, putting like the order, everything. Like, I've always helped my brother in any way imaginable.
That's amazing. So how do you apply what you learned from his career to your own career that you're starting up?
I apply a lot, but I think the biggest thing that I apply that people probably wouldn't even expect me to answer is like humility. Because it's like, as a woman in the industry, this is a man's industry, but people respect me because I'm associated with another male. So a lot of the doors that I probably would have to like beat down, I don't have to do that. Like
Yes,
a lot
you
of
just
things,
get to walk
a
through.
lot of opportunities that I
Trust me.
probably wouldn't have, I have. So I'm always humble and blessed because of that, because I acknowledge that, and I don't I don't look down on it, and I don't try to not take advantage of those opportunities. So it's humility, if anything, like always knowing who I am, where I come from, and why I'm here. Like that's the biggest thing too.
And what I like is like you're very humble.
For sure.
Like you're very chill.
Yeah.
Like one thing about it, like when I do message you, like you'll always reply. Like you're very like down to earth. So I definitely say I do see that. Like it is humility when it comes to you.
Yeah, for sure.
So when you were younger, was there anything else you seen yourself becoming? Like, or was music always like something that's it? Because you say you went to college.
Yeah.
So like what was that something you thought of as a little girl, like I want to go to college, or like what was something you dreamed or wanted to be?
I dreamt of a lot of different things. One of the biggest things I always had, my biggest goal was just financial stability. Like, you know, coming up and like not having anything, I always was like, okay, I'm gonna get it out of the mud for my family. I'm gonna get it out of the mud for my siblings. I'm gonna make sure that we have this generational wealth. So it always just been financial security and financial stability. I wanted it at one point to be like a real estate agent. I wanted to be like just a business, a boss,
Yeah.
a business mogul. I wanted to be, when I was a kid, like when I was a really, really little kid, I wanted to like bake cakes.
You wanted to do what? I didn't hear you.
I wanted to bake cakes. like cake balls.
I'm weak.
I wanted to do that. So I wanted to do a multitude of things. But I always wanted to be an influencer and a singer.
Yes. Okay. I love that. And one more thing. So, like when I see your family, it's like the perfect Black family. Like you guys are just a representation. I'm just serious. Like it's just, I love it. Like it's inspiring.
I appreciate that.
Yeah. So how did your mother instill in all of you guys like to like family first? Because like you guys are very close, and like some people aren't that close with their siblings, or their siblings they don't get along. So was that something that you guys was raised on, like sticking together, loyalty, love? Like what was the morals that she taught you guys that keep you guys like so close?
So I have a mother and a father. My mom and my dad, they got married at like 21, and they recently divorced probably like not even 5-6 years ago. So they were like together my whole life.
Okay, I love that you brought up your father.
Yeah.
Sorry, Mr. Capalot. Like,
No, it's okay. He's like,
definitely
he's
have your
very
father.
low key. He's
Okay,
very low
okay.
key.
Sorry, Dad.
He don't like the spotlight. My mom and my dad, they met at 14, got married at 21. Had me and my siblings, and they were together for a very, very long time. So my father is actually the one that really, really instilled like unconditional love within me and my siblings. Like growing up, me and Polo, we didn't really get along much. And my dad would lock us in the room. He'd be like, all that you have is what's within these four walls. Like, this is all that you have. So you are supposed to love on your siblings. Like you're supposed to like be there for your siblings. Like, so he really instilled that in us. And then as I got older, I realized the importance of family. So I in turn instilled that in my siblings as well, and made sure that we had like a close-knit bond.
I love that, and I love to hear that because I'm the only child, so it's like I don't know what that's like. So that's why it's like when I see you guys and just see the whole family together, like it's just I love that. Like I hope to have a big family like that someday.
Oh, for sure, you will.
So friendships, that's what I want to talk about, because I know a lot of girls might come on to you for the wrong reasons, or like they come on to you because they got a crush on your brother. And they thinking that's something that's like, oh, I'm gonna get cool with Leilani, da, da, da. Like, no, like that's not how it works. So how do you know like when someone's like being genuine to you? Like, how do you tell like she's being my friend for the wrong reasons?
I can tell when somebody is trying to be my friend for the wrong reasons because I'm very intuitive. Like, I'm not only like gifted as far as like intelligence or talents or stuff like that, like spiritually. Like I can see bullshit coming from a mile away. I'm real intuitive, so I can see it from a person's vibe, how they act. Like I'm already gonna get notified of that. And I'm also very private with my family. Like although publicly, social media, you might see me like with my siblings, I don't let nobody get close to my family unless you like one of my day ones. So I don't even play like that. Like you can't get close to my brother. So trying to be my friend to get close to my brother, you already lost right there. Because you're not going nowhere around him. Like that's not happening.
Okay, I love that you make that clear because I know that in today's world, like we deal with people that have a lot of motives, like everybody.
Oh, a lot of hidden motives, for sure. But my family is like my most prized possession, like not necessarily possession because people aren't possessions, but I really value my family. So I gotta really see who you are as a person before I even let you anywhere near them. So that all gets alleviated by just that boundary right there.
Mm-hmm. I agree. So we know that you're dropping music. We have Last Strike, and then your second single, Correct, is T-shirt.
Yes.
So I know that you have a friendship with Callie.
Mm-hmm.
Can we be, is something, what's going on? Like, are y'all, because we know y'all friends, but would you make a song with her?
Oh, for sure. We got, like, Callie send me music. She be like, hop on this, and the third. Like, I think people sometimes with especially having so many friends in music, I have so many friends in music, when they have labels and stuff, that's why some things get like held back. So
it's never nothing really personal.
No, not at all. And you got to respect that, and you got to respect the craft, and you got to make it make sense. But we definitely got a lot of stuff in the vault, for sure.
Okay, so what's next though with your music? Like, are you working on a mixtape? Are you just gonna continue to give us singles or like a whole project? Like, cause I feel like people gonna want to hear more from you. Cause it's like you giving us bits and pieces, and it's teaser. But it's like we ready for more. So.
I think that one of the things marketing wise that I'm working on right now is letting people see who Leilani is. Like, I'm not just POLO G's sister.
Exactly.
I'm not just Station Mac's daughter.
Exactly.
So it's like creating that brand identity for myself. And so I will continue to release singles and to get my audience to really see what my sound is and who I am. And then mixtapes and projects and signings and things of that nature.
And I love that you said that you want to show your personality, because speaking of personality, every time I go on TikTok, you're there. So it's just soft girl, soft every time. Every time I go on TikTok. Okay. So like you got a viral TikTok going on. And repeat what you say.
I said the soft girl era is a scam.
And like, why is that? Can we talk about it? Because I agree.
Like, you agree that the soft girl era is a scam?
It is, because I feel like no one respects women when we are vulnerable, when we are opening up to them and being soft. Like, I definitely agree. So what made you think that? Like, you feel like, you say you get more respect when your foot on their neck. Like,
what made me say that? I just feel like just being a girl from Chicago. I feel like Chicago women,
they're aggressive.
We are a different breed of women. We are definitely a different breed of women, and we're very tough. And a lot of times our toughness is confused with like masculinity.
Exactly.
Like they'll look at us and they'll be like, oh, y'all act like tomboys, or y'all act like a boy. And it's like, no, we really come from a place where it's kill or be killed, and we not for no bullshit. So
exactly.
It's hard to run game on us. And I feel like specifically being a woman of color, like where other women can be soft, it could cost us our life. Like you literally could.
Or it's like it could be sexy when another race or someone else have an attitude, but it's like when we have an attitude, we're just mad black women.
Yeah, and it's like we come from certain societal views or standards that automatically demonize us, automatically villainize us, no matter how soft you are, because women are inherently soft. Exactly. So they try to masculinize, especially the beauty of black women, and try to make it seem like, oh, we too tough, we too hard to deal with, we too this, we too that. I'll be that. I'll be the gangster girl. Because you ain't going to play with me. You ain't going to play with me. So all that soft shit, I'm not finna whitewash myself. I'm not finna try to appeal and be submissive and be all of this other bullshit that they say gets you married or cuffed or gifts. I don't need that.
Exactly. And
I don't need that.
I feel like the women that are that too soon be the last ones to get.
They be sad and they be they be at home getting the daylights knocked out of their ass because they are subservient to the wrong person. So with that being said, me personally, I just choose to be myself. If I'm strong and bold and aggressive and all of those things, that's who I am.
Have you ever got that, like, I don't know if you are dating, or if you ever dated someone that's not from Chicago, like how they ever told you, like, damn, you a little tough, or you a little tough, because I was on YouTube and the Shay, he said you look too gangster. So I'm trying to see, like,
I'm crying.
Do you have any, like, do you get that energy from men that's not from Chicago?
No, I don't get that energy anywhere because, like I said, women are inherently soft. So all of that, that women aren't soft or soft girl era, all that is a scam because it's not true. Like, women are soft for who they need to be soft for.
Exactly.
So I never get that I'm aggressive. I never get any of those things from any man that I've ever dated because I'm pretty soft in a relationship.
Exactly.
For the right person. So
what is your relationship status?
I'm single as fuck.
Heavy on the as fuck.
Yeah.
So it ain't nobody that like got your attention right now.
No.
Cause they can't even hold our attention.
Not necessarily. It's not even necessarily that. I feel like I'm very intimidating to a lot of different people. Like, I'm not the stereotypical girl who need a man to come save them, or need the material possessions, or need all of that. Like, you really got to come genuine and whole, and a lot of people don't know how to keep it real or be genuine. So
exactly, I love that, and I do feel like people probably would find you intimidating, for one, because your family's successful, you're a successful young lady, and you do have, this brother that's this and that, and you from up north. They, gang over there. So it's like you got all these people behind you. So I can see why someone would feel like, I don't know how to approach her or how to come with her. But I like that you said that the key is just being genuine and being whole. And that's all it is.
It's so easy, but people get so caught up in, like, egotistical things as far as, like, materialism, status, wealth, that they don't see that. So they miss out. So that's on them.
So back to Deshae. So what was this? Was this a relationship, or was it YouTube?
Deshae is my friend. Deshae is definitely my friend.
Hello, Deshae Frost.
Hello, Deshae.
Mr. Frost.
Gang. You gonna have him asking me. He gonna have him asking me about him every interview.
I just the people want to know. So
yeah, no, he's cool. He's a pretty cool person, but he's always been my friend.
Okay, I love that. That's great. Rumor is cleared, okay?
Rumor's
She's
clear.
single as fuck, and Deshae is a friend. Relax.
Yeah.
Anyway, back to, like, you were saying that black women are, we looked at as angry and mad. So I know recently, it ain't even recently, this is old, but you had a mugshot going around on the internet. The whole family had a mugshot going around on the internet. So can you take us back to that place? Like, and then what I noticed is once your mugshot went viral, because it was yours that really went viral. Now, I seen, like, a lot of girls posting their mugshots and making their mugshots, their profile pics. It just became a trend once y'all family dropped the mugshots. So can you take us back on that situation? What happened? Like,
so that situation, we were definitely targeted and racially profiled. All of the charges been dropped. All of the charges have been dropped. All of the cases have been dismissed. I got locked up. All of my friends got locked up. Everything. We were in Miami celebrating my brother's album, and from when we went to jail, they was telling us that from the moment that we got on the plane, like, we were targeted. Got off of the plane, we were targeted. So all of my friends from Chicago, because I'm so close knit, like, my brother, whenever he has a celebration, whenever he has a show, I get to bring, like, some of my friends, my closest friends who I've been friends with for years. They come out and we all celebrate together. And so we always celebrating, and then we were leaving to go to another club. All I know is that it was like a SWAT team of cars, like, blocking the exit for us to leave. So we like, what's going on? So they pulled my brother over. He was not the driver. He was actually in the back seat of the car. And they pulled him out, like, assaulted him. They assaulted my younger brother. My younger brother, his mugshot didn't make it because he was a minor at the time. And they assaulted them, pulled them over. They tried to say they had guns in the car. Mind you, they were riding with security who had registered firearms. Like, it was a shit show, honestly. And me, once I heard that, like, my brother was, like, pulled out of the car.
Soft girl era went out the window.
Oh, that shit went out the window. And they were antagonizing us. So I'm like, I'm looking for my mom. They're like, yeah, your mom in the back of one of these cars. I'm like, all these murders going on in Miami, and y'all here harassing us, these black successful people that are celebrating wins. Like, I just went off, and all I know is they tased me.
They tased you?
They tased me, fried my little ass like a biscuit.
Okay. PG. Like, how does that? That's crazy.
They tased me. They threw me in the car. They threw me in the back.
No, I can't believe they tased you.
They tased me.
You must was really out there acting the ass. Like,
I ain't gonna say.
Was they really? Why would they do that?
I don't know. But they tased
Thank God
me.
they didn't, like, you know, it could have went really
It
left.
could have went really left. They threw me and my best friend in the back of a squad car, and then we were processed in, and it's like. It was like, you know, it was bad because it was unjust. Like, you know, like I'm big on taking accountability for anything I do. So like if I really did something, I would really be like, all right, cool, you feel me? I got locked up, eat that shit up, go home, you know, because I'm a bond out regardless. But it's like that was so uncalled for. And then for me to call my friends to come for something that I thought was a celebration, and then all of us end up in jail, it was the worst thing ever, because it was the first time that a lot of them ever even went to jail. And I was like, I didn't want that attached to me or on my name. Like,
or they scared to go out with you now.
No, they ain't scared of that.
They say they had the best time of their life.
We've been through worse. We had so much fun. No, I'm just kidding. No, it was just like, it was a very humbling experience, because no matter how much money you got in society, you're still a nigga. So that was just one of those reminders of that. And it's like, all right, cool. Guess what? I'm going to dust this off. I'm still going to persevere. I'm still going to come out bigger and better. So
I can't believe they tased you.
Yes.
Why would they? Because I'm looking at you, and it's just like,
it was like,
and I know your mama must, because your mama flipped out.
You gonna get out, Leilani? It's okay. I got you. I got you. You gonna get out, Leilani?
She was having a moment.
I was like, I know.
I'm weak. No way. So so like, boom, that had happened. Then that's when like all the mug shots came out.
And then when I was in jail, it's so funny because I'm calling my friends on the phone. My best friend like, girl, I look on the news, your ass on the news. And she was like, you so fucking embarrassing. I was like, what happened? I was like, is my mugshot ugly? I was asking her.
No, it wasn't. Because like I said, like once your mugshot came out, a lot of girls start
they start using it out there. Album cover. It was like a big thing.
I'm like, okay, this is crazy.
Yeah,
like,
my DMs was even busting. I'm like, y'all is crazy, because who wants a convict? Who wants somebody that was just in jail?
You know, they think they be, you know, the internet
like,
is.
yeah, you a gangster, you a thug. That's all girl shit. I ain't gonna do shit for you.
Exactly. Oh my God.
I'm crying.
Well, I'm happy that you're here with us now, because like I said, like it's a lot of police brutality still going on.
Of course.
People are dying. Like, it's just a lot.
It's nothing to be taken lightly. And I was like, really, what made me go crazy was like my brothers. It wasn't even me. Like, I wasn't even thinking about me. I was thinking about my brothers, because I was like, if this was what I'm going through, I could just imagine what they're going through. And
so you guys were separated? We
were separated, but like, it's like when we were going to get processed in, my brother was in the car ahead, and I started going so crazy on the guards, because it's like, as we were getting processed in, right, it's like you sitting down and they got all of the people that they ready to like take to jail or whatever. So they playing my brother's song. They're like, yeah, we got Polo in here and we got his little brother. So they playing, they're like, who is Polo G?
What?
So they playing his music, and I'm like, so I'm sitting there like,
for real?
Y'all think this shit funny? Like, is y'all crazy? So I went off. Like, I instantly went off. So they like, they put me in a holding cell for a lot of hours, because I was going crazy. I was like, bro, this shit not funny. And then so they let me see my brother. I was like, I just want to know if he okay. Like, and so they took me to like where his cell was. They let me see him. They had the cameras and stuff, so they let me see everything that was going on. But yeah, I don't play about my siblings at all. So.
Oh, we know that. We already know that. Damn, so they had you in a holding cell, and then they listening to his music.
It was very antagonistic. I was so
irritated. It was definitely planned.
Yeah.
Like.
Yeah, it was for sure planned. And then the fact that the charges was BS, the fact that, you know, everybody's cases were dismissed, it was just it was dumb.
Thank God we're off that. Anyway, you guys are successful. As always. Next, your birthday is in May.
Taurus gang.
Okay, so it's like every year is something. It's a theme. Like, I think last year it was Barbie
versus Bratz.
And then something else the year before that. I can't remember.
Bad Girls Club.
That was my favorite, because you guys like made videos.
Yeah.
I love that. So, like, how old are you turning? And if you want to share it, If not, I don't care. It's whatever. We know you young and turn. But if you don't mind, how old you'll be turning, and like, where are you celebrating? Because you celebrate in Atlanta a lot.
Yes.
That's where the party's at.
That's where the party's at.
And like my friend Chris, he does your makeup.
Yes, I love Chris.
So he be at the party. I'm like, okay. So what are you planning on doing this year?
This year I'll be turning 26. I know I look 12. But I'm having a year 2000s party, so a Y2K party. So we taking it all the way back to the early 2000s.
I love that.
So yeah, I'm really excited. I'm going to be having it in Atlanta. It's going to be open to the public.
Back in Atlanta.
Yeah, back in Atlanta. We're back in the A with it. It's going to be open to the public. And I always have really, really great parties. I don't know why. It's so weird because my mama was like, the last party that I had it at her house, and it was a house party. And she was like, have something small, but then like 150 people showed up. And then it was like everybody was so respectful. They cleaned up after themselves. It was so nice. Like every party that I have is never any drama. It's always just a great time. So I'm always excited to have parties. So this one gonna be big, big.
Oh my God.
The performances, we trying to have DJ
It's gonna
Nate.
be like a you got served type of party. Like,
not necessarily, like
that's 2000.
It's just like early 2000s. Like, so you know how we used to be in the juke parties? It wasn't that long ago.
Not a juke party.
It wasn't that long ago.
It was 20 damn years ago. I was just playing. Oh my God. Okay, well that's amazing. You turning 26. You got like so much ahead of you, so much going for you. So I love that. Okay, so I know everybody on the internet gonna be waiting for you to post this party. I'll be waiting for my invitation too, because I'm ready to come to Atlanta and party.
Period. We're gonna have a ball.
Okay, yes, I agree. So I feel like you definitely have like a really big personality. Like you and your whole family actually have like loud personalities. I think Polo is the only one that I feel like he's a little bit, well, I don't know him. I'm just going off, you know, he doesn't post much on the internet like how you guys do. So I feel like he's probably reserved. So do you ever see yourself getting into acting? Because I definitely see like acting.
Oh, for sure.
I see everything for you, but I definitely see acting like
definitely.
heavy.
I'm definitely interested in acting for sure. Hopefully, I'll make my acting debut this year or next year.
Oh, you got something up your sleeve. Miss Stacey Mack working. Stacey, your mama is gonna give Kris Jenner a run for her money. Like, I swear to God. Yeah, so speaking of your mom, like, y'all relationship is very, very close. Like, it seems like from watching, like, your YouTube vlogs, like, it seems like you can really talk to your mom about anything. So how can I say this? Like, how did you grow that bond? Like, you know, we all have moms, but everyone's not close with their mom. So what was it about your mom that made you just feel like I can open up to her about everything? Like, I could tell her, probably not everything, but like a lot for the most part. Like, how did that relationship come?
What I learned is that it takes two to have a relationship. Like, a lot of people, especially a lot of young women, they don't have a relationship with their mom because they're waiting on them to like knock on the door or initiate it. And in a perfect world, that would happen, but in some cases it doesn't. So if you desire something strong enough, you know, you make it happen. So I feel like our relationship and how close we are is a group effort. Like, you know, I desire to have a close relationship with my mom, and that's how I got it. Like, because
and she desired to have one.
Yeah, she desired to have one with me as well. And so what makes us so close and being able to be so open with each other is that the level of trust that we have. Like, so establishing that early on and just feeling like you could vent to a person, tell them anything, not be judged. Like, that's why me and my mom are so close.
I love that because it is like a lot of young men and young girls that they're just not close with their mom. Like, it doesn't matter if they gave birth to them. It's just like that relationship isn't there. So I love that you said like it takes two to tango.
Yeah,
like,
it definitely does. And a lot of times people get caught up in the ego of feeling like what they think a parent is supposed to be. But like, my mom had me young. My mom had me at 16. So in a lot of ways, I watched her grow up as well. And it'll be some points in your life where you got to parent your parent. Like, you got to tell them like, okay, this is the way I want to be loved. These are the boundaries that I want to create. And
I like that.
Stuff of that nature. So it's just about being vocal, knowing what it is that you want, learning a person, and not holding too much against them, and knowing that parents are people too, you know.
And they make mistakes.
They make mistakes just like anybody
And you
else.
were her first time.
Yeah.
So
I'm the first mistake.
Exactly. So I'm sure she probably even look back like I could have did this better or
Yeah, for sure. But all of it got me to where I am now, so it don't even matter.
That's great. And I noticed that because you said you come from like a business background, like of women. So where did that start? Did it start with your grandmother, or was your mom the first one to like, get into business? Like, how did that knowledge come about?
It definitely probably transcends like generations within my family. Like in the hood that I come from, my auntie, she has like a street named after her because she was like a activist within our community. My grandmother, she could like probably build a couch from scratch. She can braid hair. She know how to make clothes. So I come from a long line of entrepreneurs, and it started with my grandmother, but I could probably tell you stories about my great grandmother. So I come from just a long line of like powerful like business women who know how to like get up and go and get it. So
And that's good. And they seem like they don't rely on nobody.
No, not at all.
Great. So when did you notice like the star power that you guys have as one? Like, it wasn't just one star, like as Polo's a star, but like when did you notice, like, how can I say it, like as a whole, like it's given like star power?
I could probably recount like 2 times. So like my mom, she always like her biggest thing, her brand is literally I Birth Legends, because she always instilled in us since we were kids like that we were going to be somebody. Like my mama, she would monitor my social media, and at first I would be like, why is this lady monitoring everything that I'm doing?
Did that too.
Like she would be like, you cannot say this, you can't joke about this, because when you get to where you're going, they're going to pull stuff like this up. She'd be like, I don't care if you drink, I don't care if you smoke, I don't care what it is you got going on, don't post no pictures doing this, don't do this, that, and the third. So I'd be like, okay, like,
right.
And then she always urged me to articulate myself, like, when we got in trouble, we had to read the dictionary, like we had to like do stuff like that. So she made sure that we were presentable, she made sure that we could present ourselves. So I always knew like she was prepping us for something. Like exactly. I knew like every single last one of my siblings, she was prepping us for something. But the moment that I realized that everybody had star power was when my little brother took an interest in music, and he was in the studio. And he made his first song, and I was like, damn, you got it. Like, I'm like, we finna be Jackson 5?
That's what I'm saying. Like, it's driven like Jackson 5 or something.
Yeah, no, yeah.
I
so
love that.
when he got in there, and I really saw him coming to his, I was like, oh yeah, we got it. We out of here.
And what was Leia? Sure. What's your little sister name?
Leia.
Leia. Mm-hmm. What do you see for Leia?
Everything. She can act, she can sing, she can dance, she can do everything.
I love that. I'm just so excited to see like what you're coming out with next. Really music wise. Mm-hmm. Like I said, T-shirt was like, I feel like that was a good follow up after Last Strike. Mm-hmm. So what were you thinking when you made Last Strike? Because I just went straight for T-shirt, but Last Strike did come first. But T-shirt my favorite.
Last Strike was
it a lot of pressure? Because it's your first single.
It wasn't a lot of pressure necessarily, because I always have so much support from my family. And my brother, he always, like, even at one point, like, I was his road manager, and he was like, you got to stop doing this. Like, you got to, like, step out and be your own person. So he was just like, I want you to do music. Like, you've always been inspired to do music, so why aren't you doing that? So he would urge me to get in the studio. Last Strike, like, he paid for the video for that. Like, he was just, like, really supportive. So it wasn't necessarily a lot of pressure for Last Strike. It was a lot of love surrounding that release. And so I always write music, so that was one song like I wrote, and then I didn't record it till like a year later, and then when I recorded it, everybody loved it, so I just dropped the video for it.
Do you feel any pressure due to like your brother's success? Like, do you feel pressure for yourself, like making music? Like, do you feel like I gotta like match this level of success, or like
no, not at all.
No pressure.
It's so crazy because Trench Baby, at first I did feel it, but my little brother, my youngest brother, Trench Baby, he helped me with that. Like, he was like, when you're going to,
he's doing good too.
Yeah, he's doing very great, and he's like he's very mature for his age. But he basically told me like, you don't go in the studio with hopes of this gonna be your next hit, this gonna be your next single, or this is the one, or he like, you just go have fun, just be you, be yourself. Like, so with me doing that, like, and having that being my process, it just makes it a lot easier. And I know I'm easy to like hate on though, because people think that I got it easy. They like, oh, you feel me? It's not like you look at other artists that come out, they can go to their hood and post up and make a video. You can see the hunger within their demeanor and the way that they dressed and all of that. And it's like, I already kind of like made it. So people be like, fuck this bitch think she is. Like, type of shit. Like, I mean, you trying to hit that. Like, she already got it good.
We not supporting that.
Yeah, we're not supporting that. She already made it. So it's like, I noticed that I'm real easy to like kind of like hate on or underestimate because of that very reason. So it do be like where I got to come a little harder, but I don't kind of let that get to me. I'm going to be me and I'm going to do me. Like, so I ain't listening to the critics or nothing nobody got to say.
Great. I love that because I feel like it's like people don't look at you as an underdog.
No, because I'm not.
But they should. They should, because it's like everyone had their own success. Like, your success is your success. Like, you still have to create your lane. Like, you have to create your everything. So I could definitely see that.
People don't, because it's like, you feel me? It's a lot of rappers with siblings. You don't know who the fuck they are, though.
Exactly.
It's like people took a likeness and a liking to me. So people try to undermine that or undermine my influence by saying that it's only because I'm associated with another person. But it's like, it's a lot of people associated with celebrities.
I definitely feel like you got your own fan base, your own crowd. Sure. And it's definitely because, like you said, like, you're letting people know your personality. Like, you creating your own audience. So keep being on TikTok too. Yeah. it's working. TikTok is working.
For sure.
So we're going to get into some questions that your fans had asked, or they want me to ask you. They wanted to know. Somebody say, why are you so gifted and fine?
I think my mama asked that.
Okay, Stacey, like.
She's talking about why you so gifted and fine. Because of you.
Okay, what is your real name? Is it Leilani?
Yes, my real name is Leilani.
Okay. I don't know, why would they ask that?
Yeah. Oh.
How do you describe your family?
Funny, charismatic, fun.
Would you ever really date Deshae Frost?
No.
Now he gonna watch this and he gonna be like,
no, Deshae no. And it's not even that. I'll probably have to beat Deshae ass.
That's what I'm saying. In the YouTube video, that's what I'm saying. Like, it's some truth in that, because he was like, she a little too gangster for me.
No, it ain't even that. It's just like, it's just certain stuff that I won't let fly. I don't know. You from Chicago just like me.
I know. I'm asking you questions.
But you know.
I know. I'm just saying.
You know.
Okay. The worst relationship you ever been in. Well, you don't got to tell us too, but like, what was the scenario that made it the worst that happened?
I think the worst relationship I ever been in is the one I just got out of.
Can we know?
No. Y'all can't know who, but fuck. Julie.
How was it the worst? Wait, now I gotta dive into it now. Like, no, stop the laughing. Cause now I gotta get into it.
Oh my God.
How was it the worst?
No.
And how long was this?
Oh my fucking God. She just finessed me, bro. Yeah. Alright.
I finessed you?
Yeah.
Oh, okay, I'm doing what I'm supposed to do.
Okay. What you say again?
How long was this relationship that you just got out of? Because you said it was the worst. And how was it the worst? Oh, you know?
Okay, it was for like 7 months.
Okay, that's long.
It was the worst because it kind of like brought out the worst in me. Like, I'm not a
T-shirt.
Yeah. It brought out T-shirt. And it's like, fuck. It was like, basically, I was dealing with somebody that was narcissistic, but didn't, and still don't understand that they're narcissistic. Still don't understand those traits that they have. Like,
they don't acknowledge their wrongs.
Don't take out accountability. And I feel like I had like a lot of narcissistic traits as well, but that nigga won.
No. So you can't do that.
Yes, I can. No, because
they narcissistic and you got narcissistic.
You can have narcissistic personality traits, right? So where it'd be certain times where we'd get into it, and I probably would emasculate him as a man, or
that's the worst thing a woman can do.
Yeah, or I probably would like be because of the position I am in life, like, man, you ain't no shit, fuck you, like, you feel me? But that's only like if I'm triggered or if I'm angry or if I'm mad.
Be real mad.
And then I turn around and I apologize for it and be like, you know what? I don't want to ever be the reason why you can't love or the reason you can't give yourself to somebody or you feel inadequate, especially as a black man in America. Like, I come back and apologize. This nigga never apologize for nothing.
Exactly.
Ever.
Okay.
At all. So it's like, you feel me? Like, I know how to self-correct and check myself. So he was like narcissistic. He was very controlling and manipulative and...
enough. I heard enough. I don't even want to talk about it.
Yeah, we cool. We cool on him.
Okay, would you date someone from Chicago or you done with Chicago men?
I'm done with Chicago niggas.
I agree. We gonna do one more question. Which one? When are you gonna drop a new song? Even though we talked about this, but I feel like,
I got like 2 through 3 songs dropping this April.
That's a lot in 1 month, ma'am.
It is. Gotta get ready.
Cooking some things up.
Whipping it.
Okay. Is it gonna be like a video might drop, or is it just, or you gonna give us a little bit?
It's gonna be videos. It's gonna be visuals. You know, it won't be me if I didn't do visuals. But I'm definitely coming hard with the music this month because I gotta, you feel me, tie it all into my birthday.
Yes.
And
May 12th?
May 10th is my birthday. May 12th is the party. May 12th.
Every year the party on May 12th.
Yeah.
One thing about it. May 12th.
May 12th.
Okay. Well, oh my God, I feel like this was definitely like a great interview, like great everything. Like, I'm so happy that you came. I feel like
Thank you so much.
your fans really, they're gonna get to know you a lot through this. Like,
For sure. And I'm excited and I'm so glad that you had me on your platform.
Thank you. Well, thank you for watching Fly Girls Talk.
Fly Girls Talk.
Make sure you follow at Fly Girls Talk. Make sure you follow Leilani. Can you get them your Instagram?
Leilani, LEILANI _Capalot, CAPALOT.
Okay, because no, I'm just thank you so much for watching. Bye. Subscribe.